even if the money is their own, they are stealing it. And not that they are stealing the chunk part of it, they are stealing just the useless part of the money. Okay, now ask you, how many people from his community are benefiting from the oil in Imo State? Who is from Imo State, though. Ask him, how many people are benefiting from the oil in Imo State? Ask you, nobody. Probably himself know the benefit. Now only say that they benefit because they give us small money, or they give a contract where you know the work. All of them beginning to the end, they don't benefit anything from the blessings God has given to them. Rather, they choose to beg and blackmail their families, blackmail themselves and their generations, even for what God has given to them. Why you see that title, that the same northerners that wanted to break away, when I just want us to understand, by the time we'll be able to reconcile this whole story, you will understand the title. They don't need you anywhere. There's that movie or that video, the man said that you are a Zionist. Instead, they will give you anything. They will employ foreigners and give it. I think Ahmad Bello or who said so. And yet we don't understand them. We are believing this country belongs to us because Agui Ironsi became the head of state. They say, we no want Nigeria again. We want breakaway, make we go, not one go, make una dey una own. All of a sudden, the same people who say they want go say one Nigeria. Common sense. We are going to be addressing all this one after the other. Clark, JT Clark. No, somebody Clark, I think, I don't know whether it's JT Clark or what. Sorry, let me, Clark. Clark, anyway, his name is Clark. I don't know what he be the name before Clark come follow. Okay, now, Clark is this man here. Clark said to Tinubu, implement the 2024 confab report to fully reintegrate the Igbos. Are you getting the message? When we tell you that you, as an Igbo man, as a Biafra man, you see, now they tell you Igbos, the Igbos. You think say you as Calabar man, you no follow. You go think say you as a Edo man, you no follow. You as a Benue man, you no follow. Ask yourself, what is your position in the Nigerian government? What is your position in Nigeria government? If you know say you no follow, now me had to ask you. What will be your position? Now, as reintegration, to reintegrate means say you no follow, they just want to put you. And the putting you no be say na you're right. Putting you na say, may they just look God for the sake of God. May they just pity you. May they just pity you. Edwin Clark, thank you. Chooks. What is this? And they will. I can see you, Clement, Daniel. They will know Chineke. Matthew. They will William. They will William Elui. We get William Wolf. We get William Elui. They will know Chineke. William Clark. Okay, so that's William Clark. Edwin Clark. Edwin Clark is the name. So for you to reintegrate something, that means that thing is not part of it. You are just trying to consider it. You can reintegrate Ghana man into your army, into Nigeria army. You can reintegrate a Ghanaian into your police. You can consider to reintegrate a Ghanaian into your custom service, into your civil service, into your local government authority, into anything. Are you getting the message? Somebody that is not supposed to be part of it, you will integrate the person. But somebody that is part of it, you don't need to reintegrate the person. So the people you will reintegrate are the people I am going to show you now. You will only, why all this rubbish now? The block person review anyhow. You will only reintegrate people that are marginalized. And one day I go look dictionary, make I find out wetin be marginalization. E be like say I go find am here. Make I find am here. So that no be say I talk am. Make I find, maybe the dictionary wey I look that day no be better one. Make I find out from here wetin be marginalization. Make I find out, because I dey like dey sure. Make I dey sure. Hold on, I'm bringing it to the screen. Because we dey do, e dey show. We dey play, e dey show. Now where we dey? Hold on, let me bring it to the screen. Make we see marginalization. Wetin be marginalization? Marginalization. This is marginalization. I believe say you know they see am clearly. Hold on, let me put it here so that everybody will see am clearly. Marginalization meaning. Make we scroll, see the meaning. Marginalization, treatment of a person, group, or concept as insignificant or peripheral. He worked hard to eliminate social and economic marginalization. Who be that? Who be them? More definition. There was the one I saw in a dictionary. It said that these are the people that are not part of it. They are not part of it. They are the people that are marginalized. Okay, let me see this one. This one is too big. Let me reduce it a bit. I know this, they do like this now. Hold on. The act of treating someone or something as if they are not important. The marginalization of certain groups within the community may lead to social unrest. Dissidents are likely to face marginalization. I no get the explanation wey me I need. No be this one I need. E get the one wey I see that day. Anyway, with this little one, we are, hold on, let me see this one. Placed in a position of little or no importance, influence, or power. That is the same thing. Marginalization definition, meaning dictionary come. What is meaning of being marginalized? Let's see. Today, marginalize refers to the act of treating a person or group of persons, though they are insignificant, by isolating and or hold on, let me reduce the screen so we see all of them. Or group that is being treated insignificantly, pushed to the margin of society and they render the powerless. I don't know how much more we should go. All of them are saying, but there was one I found one day that said people that are not involved, people that are not part of it, people that has been minused. Marginalization is the same as removing something. That's minusing something. You minus them. They are not part of what you are doing. Now, you see Iwanyanwu here accepting that they are marginalized. Igbo's marginalization, a reality. Tinubu should deal with it. You see him? You see Emmanuel Iwanyanwu? These are the same people that told you Nnamdi Kanu coming out is not important. The important thing is to give us Simon Ekpa. Give us Simon Ekpa. Give us Simon Ekpa. If you give us Simon Ekpa, everything will be fine. Why are they crying about this marginalization? They are crying to make you believe that they are doing something. Remember the video we watched that old man yesterday who said that they are doing something by giving hope to the youth, telling them that they are doing something. They are going to Abuja. They are requesting for industries, for education, for scholarship, and for infrastructures for them. And then when the journalist asked him, have you gone? What is, he said, we have gone, but they rejected it. They refused to listen to us. But we still have to give hope to the youths. We all saw the video here. So that is the same thing that the Iwanyanwu is doing. Igbos, Biafrans have been marginalized from the word go. Before 1945, the hatred have risen, spread wings, hovering everywhere, soaring like eagle, flying over all of una head. We say una be one Nigeria, but una no understand. They show una sign, una no see am. They show una video, una no watch. They whisper for your ear, you no hear. They shout into your ear. They put rope for your neck, they draw you, una still no one hear. You see one problem with our people? In as much as they feel a little bit comfortable, they are not important. It is nothing else is important, nothing else matters. Ndibo, Biafrans, the people that don't even know where they begin, not to talk of where they are going to end up. Because my people say, if you don't know where the rain begin to beat you, you no go know where it go stop now. Now, when you know where the rain starts, you go know where it go stop. When it stop, you go know. But when you no know say rain, they beat yourself. Now that one be the worst part of it. And I come. We go listen to Obilo today. We go listen to him. We go listen to him. But meanwhile, let's hear this.
Welcome back to Newsday. Thank you so much for staying with us. Now let's take a look at some matters from here at home in Nigeria, as elder statesman Edwin Clark has urged President Bola Tinubu to urgently implement the 2014 National Conference, asking him to ensure the reintegration of the Igbo in the socio-political sphere of the country. The former Federal Commissioner of Information also asked the president to release the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, IPOB Nnamdi Kanu. Clark made the calls in an open letter to President Tinubu with references on the need to restructure the country and reintegrate the Igbo. While decrying the winner-takes-all attitude in the country, Clark said no region has monopoly of power or ruling the country, as some believe. Well-Arise analyst Dayo Shobola joins us now to discuss the call for the reintegration of Igbo into Nigeria's mainstream politics and how that could be achieved. Good afternoon, Mr. Shobola.
For integration of Igbos into Nigeria politics. Does that make sense to anybody? I don't know whether my ear they hear or understand something differently. You know, I tell you, say, reintegration means say you no follow. They want add you. They just want add you. By grace, they just want to add you. They want to reintegrate you and give you opportunity to become part of the political system. Does that tell you anything? That is why when I see people like Peter be deceiving himself and deceiving other people, you see people like Aisha Yusuf giving hope to the hopeless gullible. I want to ask a question. If your teacher, they teach you, if your teacher, when they teach you how to learn, how to read, how to live, and the waiting in they teach you, no be waiting in they do, how you think say that thing, it go possible, make it work? Na good teacher, no, na question I they ask. Teacher, for instance, make I explain them. If you go church, you can't see a man there for pulpit, they preach for you. You go sit down for church, they listen to that a man. You go believe what a man they teach you. You no go believe him. If you go redeem church now, you go see waiting be name Gumi stand for that place where Deboye day. They tell you say bandits are not bad people. You go say, hey, hallelujah. Hallelujah, Deboye they shout, no? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Somebody, yes, hallelujah, they shout. When I go shout, hallelujah, amen. Is it possible? You see Gumi on the pulpit, the same pulpit that Pastor Adeboye stands to preach the gospel for you, to you. Or you be Zion member, you go Zion Ebukobi, you see Gumi stand with the same Ebukobi microphone, they preach to you. We are one people. We are one people. God, they are God. Nothing, there's no difference. These Funani headers you see, these people you call bandits that they kidnap, they do this one, they kill people, they take over, they carry out ethnic cleansing. They are nice people. Embrace them. They are your family. How will you see even Ebukobi standing there? How will you be looking at Ebukobi? How will you be looking at Pastor Chris or Yakilome? You will look at them as people as gone mad. So when you see people like Aisha Yusuf that have ulterior agenda motive coming to tell you that Nigeria is one, I want you to count your head. How many head you get, or how many blood veins they run inside your brain. Make you count them. Aisha still have different motive, different belief, different lifestyle, different religion, different tradition, different marriage. Aisha Yusuf supports marriage of a baby to a man of 100 years. He no consign him. Did you see her come to condemn it? Aisha Yusuf supports Sharia law, support Hizbah police, support what the Sharia law is doing in the north, support to stone or do anything Sharia law calls blasphemy. She supports it with her husband. So those people that are following Aisha Yusuf, when she come out to speak, hey, I want to ask a question. Where una one full am end? For NSAS again, this one na begin SARS, no be NSAS. Make una dey full am. Na to begin SARS, una dey go full am now. Fools everywhere. Now fight for new Nigeria. Where is the new Nigeria? Get the message clear. Listen again.
No region has monopoly of power or ruling the country, as some believe. Well, Arise analyst Dayo Shobola joins us now to discuss the call for the reintegration of Igbo into Nigeria's mainstream politics and how that could be achieved. Good afternoon, Mr. Shobola. Warm welcome to Newsday.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure being here as usual.
All right, well, let's get straight into it. Several calls and suggestions made by Pa Edwin Clark. One of those, of course, is the release of Nnamdi Kanu and his sentiment that Nnamdi Kanu, that release can be significant for a new era of Nigerian politics. Shall I call it Pan-African Nigerian politics?
Okay, now you see that Edwin Clark is calling does not mean no. Let me tell you, even though say na they no follow. Edwin Clark they beg on their behalf. You know mean say Nigeria say they want to reintegrate them into their politics. They are not part of Nigeria in any way. And when we talk, people don't believe. An outsider will tell you who you are, not you. As I dey here now, I no fit tell myself, say, I be good person. Now somebody wey don't do something with me or wey dey outside dey watch wetin I dey do, na him go fit know from wetin him does say you be good person or you no be good person. So these people that know that they are forgotten people, that know that they are Iwianyanwu or Hanese, that I don't know what they're handing and they're saying, come out to tell you they are doing very well. Ask them, in what area are they doing this very well? Where are they doing very well? In not representing themselves, I said it before, somebody that cannot stand for himself is the same person you are calling to come and stand for you. Shut the door very well, my dear. Somebody when no fit stand up, you go there tell am make it carry you. My people si na onye eko n'ahụ anaghị akwọ mmadụ n'azụ. Person wey be dey person house dey do boy, they look for servant. That is wetin our people don't understand. They don't understand. I want us to listen to this video.
Talking about Ironsi, one of the biggest blunders that Ironsi made was to promulgate Unification Decree 34. By the time Ironsi took over, Nigeria was this federal system. You had the eastern region, the western region, the northern region, and the Midwest region. It was a federal system that was working. Ironsi came with Decree 34, a unitary system. He centralized the governance of Nigeria. And he did that to resolve the widening division in the country.
Are you getting the message? I know why I want to play this video. It's a long video, but I want us to watch all of them. Ironsi, before, Nigeria was working because they your house, I dey my house. Now so it the work. Ironsi come because Northerners say they no like this kind government. When you dey manage your own resources, me I dey manage my granite pyramid. These people they manage their cocoa for west. You they manage your oil for south. We they manage our granite for north. We no like them. Northerners said they want to go. They don't want to belong to Nigeria again. Ironsi came in and they said, we have to unify the body. Let us have one central government so that you no go manage your granite again. You can come and manage my oil. You can come and control my oil. Are you getting the message? All this while that these people are clamoring for, they wanted a way to sneak into the power, hijack the power, then stabilize it to suit them and not you. But our people did not hear. Our people did not listen. Even when Ojukwu was calling, warning Ironsi, these people you are running to are deadly. They will deadlize you. Ironsi say you don't understand nothing. We will make Nigeria work. We will unify Nigeria to be a very beautiful, good nation. One nation that nobody will stand to challenge in the whole world. Ironsi went so far, involving the Northerners into all the heads of departments, ministers, everything. Trust them. We want unity. What happened? What happened?
But this caused more disaffection, having weakened the federating regions. It was one of the reasons Ojukwu fought him. Let's go back to 1966, when Ironsi was the head of state. He called a press conference.
In the regions, there will be military government under a military governor, assisted by an advisor who is the last person to hold the office of the regional governor The normal functions of government in each region will be carried on by the permanent secretaries in the region, and they will be directly responsible to the military government there. The regional military governments are directly responsible to the head of the federal military government and the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Public corporations and other separate bodies, such as local government, will continue to function under the appropriate ministries. All existing laws, regulations, orders, and official instructions remain in force, wherever applicable, until either modified or abrogated by the federal military government.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Head of State, General Aguiyi Ironsi, in a 1966 press conference. When Ironsi took over, the Hausa Fulani group, whose hold on power was upturned by the coup of January 1966, opposed Ironsi's Unification Decree 34, and it led to his assassination on the 29th of July 1966 in a counter coup championed by Hausa Fulani officers. General Theophilus Danjuma was one of the culprits. Some are saying he has a story to tell about how they killed Aguiyi Ironsi. But the main beneficiary of the counter coup of the 29th of July 1966 was Yakubu Gowon. He was not a Fulani, he was a Christian from the Middle Belt. So he became the head of state after the death of Aguiyi Ironsi. A fallout of the July coup was the killing of Igbo people living in northern Nigeria in continuation of the mission to avenge the death of northern leaders that were eliminated in the 15th January 1966 coup. So the killing of Igbo people in the north is what is today known as pogrom. They were killed in their numbers. So Igbo people began to run away from the north. Corpses were moving to the north. At that point, Igbo people began to call for war. According to some, at that point they had no option but to defend themselves. It was a pogrom. Ojukwu kept seeing corpses of Igbo people being brought home to the eastern region. Perhaps he could take it no more. And it led to the Civil War.
And I want you to understand something. Ojukwu kept seeing corpses being brought home. Do you know how the corpses were being brought home? Do you know? Do you want to know? The corpses were not being brought home in a casket or in coffin or with motor or with car or with ambulance. The corpses come home. Train. You know train. You know train where they run on a train. Train that runs from north to Enugu. The whole coaches of the train will be filled with dead bodies. both those with complete part or those beheaded, mutilated, they rotten or was bones or parts. When I'm telling you, I want you to make your own verifications. Find out if I'm lying. The trend, whenever trend comes from north, the only person living, the only person alive in that trend will be the captain and the person managing, just only the staffs of the train. If there are one person, if there are two people, they are the only people that will be alive. And then every other thing in the train, from the first coach to the last coach, will be the Igbo murdered Igbos. And the one thing I want you to get clear here is that these murdered Igbos are not Igbos from Imo State alone, are not Igbos from Anambra State alone, are not only Igbo speaking people alone. Everybody found in the north, as long as you are not a Yoruba, you are not an Hausa, you have been already marked as an Igbo man, and the same sentence passed on me will be passed on you. Be you Yoruba man, be you Efik man, be you Ikwere man, be you Bayelsa man, be you Ijaw man, be you anybody. In as much as you are not a Yoruba, you are not Hausa, you are not Fulani, you are an Igbo. And you are to be, or you are among the people in that train. Your body will be in one coach, one of those packed. And when you hear a train, it's not like you go, you see that the train will be packed like sardines. They pack sardines, so they go pack dead body for train. They go send that home. It go land for Enugu. When they land for Enugu, the only option left for people is to try and they give them burial. Nobody sees their home. Nobody sees that if your pikin dey for north, you hear say they don't kill. You know, say your pikin, you know, hear from your pikin, you know, say he don't follow those where they don't mouth for north. Iweanyanwu testified of this, that he sees this and see again and again. And he said, I will no longer take this. That led him to joining the war. Iweanyanwu was one of the people that joined the war willingly, voluntarily, out of anger, to avenge the death of his brothers and sisters that were murdered in the north. But today, Iweanyanwu is telling you, after all this, that peace is the better. And the one called Akpabio is telling you that is because you changed the national anthem in 1978. That was the reason why Fulanese started killing. That was the reason why Fulanese started taking over people's communities. That is the reason why people are going into IDP camps, because you changed national anthem in 1978. But I want you to remember that as earlier as 1935, they have started the pogrom. Years gone, months, weeks, months, years. No week passes by, no month passes by, no year passes by. You don't record numbers upon numbers of our southern people that were murdered in their cold blood in the north. Have you wondered or bothered to know why history has been abolished in Nigeria system? Why? Our problem is that whatever they give to us, we take. We don't want to find out why this is being given to you. We are not bothered to know. In as much as we see feature that we see feature that something that look like gold that is not even anything at all. Today, nobody, even Iwenyawo, that knows a little bit of the history, that have mouth to say, your politicians that are there to represent you that believe in Nigeria have not asked, raised the motion to say, we want history back. If you don't have history, how would you have known all this? Many people will not know that there was somebody called Ojukwu very soon, unless we keep them alive. Nobody will know that there was somebody called Agrirosi, somebody called Effiong. Nobody will know. And this is the original idea, so that you know who remember them. So that you know who remember that trend brought in numbers upon numbers of your people murdered in the north. So you know go remember that there was pogrom. Not once, not twice, not thrice, not fourth. You will lose count if you count to 100 times. This pogrom took place. Until now, it is still happening. Though not to us again, because we are now standing tall to defend ourselves. And all this why this pogrom was going on. We were busy being defensive, but we did nothing now. Don't they kill us again now? We don't do anything now. But today we are offensive. Before you get up to think of coming to me, you see me ready to devour you, and not only devour you, to eat you alive. You will go back and look for the victim that is not ready to fight you back. You look for your victim that will only be defensive and crying. Today, there's a point I want you to get in this video. They gathered to tell Agiyirosi, we don't need this kind of government. Regional government is not good. We are going to leave Nigeria. Northerners, these people that are telling you today that the division, peace, unity of Nigeria can never be negotiated or renegotiated. They were agitating, clamoring to go. Even hijacked the British airline or British plane that was ready to leave for Britain. So many things happened. They were doing all this just to get to power or to get somebody they will use as a tool. And the Gowon happened to be that tool. And immediately they shook them. They were able to use Gowon to tight the screw. Very, very tight. As they were using Gowon to tighten the screw, they tight them. Make sure they tied the screw that nobody will be able to loosen the screw. Let us continue with this wonderful history.
They did not plan to break away from Nigeria. Forces of Igbo people being brought home to the eastern region. Perhaps he could take it no more. And it led to the Civil War. They did not plan to break away from Nigeria. Let's look at it from this angle. Britain handed over the command of the Nigerian army to indigenous soldiers in 1965. The outgoing general officer commanding, Major General Welby Everard, had preferred Brigadier Babafemi Ogundigbe to succeed him, but his recommendation was rejected, leading to General Aguiyi Ironsi, the most senior officer taking charge of the army. Opportunity came for Ogundigbe after the bloody July 1966 coup. He was overlooked again because it was felt he would not be able to control soldiers from the north who were not ready to take orders from a head of state of southern extraction.
Are you sure you listened to what I heard? I want you, if you want to know history, go and follow this man. I know Namo, no say I dey advertise him. I don't know him. But if you go to his channel, this is, look at him here, Edmond Obilo. I don't know if he's a Yoruba or Igbo. Look at him here. If you go to his channel, there is no kind of history you will not see. I'm telling you the truth. Not because these are the things you need to know. Look at him, Edmond Obilo. I don't know how he dig up these histories, and with facts, he bring them up with facts. So onye mee ihe dị mma nwanne m too ya na mere ihe dị mma. If you go to his channel, you go see history wey go make your jaw go drop like this. Okay, it's like a lot of ego you know him. If you know him and follow him, you go understand what they tell you. Let's go.
The executioners of the July coup, that is the counter coup,
I want you to get something. Why I pause here and I'm rewinding it is because I want you to get a message. They refused to support the Yoruba man because they felt, Funani people felt that he no go gree support them. Listen again.
He was overlooked again because it was felt he would not be able to control soldiers from the north who were not ready to take orders from a head of state of southern extraction.
Did you get the message? From beginning, even before the beginning, these people have vowed that nobody will stand taller than them, that they will always be at the head, like it or don't like it. If you remember when Peter B went to North to campaign, Baba Ahmed asked him, "You want us to support you. What will you do for us, the Northerners?" Do you remember that? And that woman also that went to England, London to meet Tinubu, asked Tinubu, "What will you do for my people?" Yeah. Their own is, before you with them do anything, you must agree with them on a condition that you will be a tool to fulfilling their desire or their plans or their support. You will, and this is how they started getting into people, getting under people's skin, gradually. Today, as we speak, if you are from Calabar, you want to be a traditional ruler, a Fulani man have to sign you. If you need a job, a funanema will give you recommendation. That is open gate for you. Even if you like, you get grade before 100 times before first grade, you will not get that job. It doesn't matter who you are unless you get recommendation. Those of you that know, you know what I'm saying. I'm not lying. Most of us, our sisters, they don't clear them for table just because they want job. And the ugly part of it is after clearing them on the table, they no go give them the job. So when they clear them, one day they no agree again, they go sack them. Some they don't clear them finish, they no agree give them job again, they don't come Europe because they do olocho. All these are what you should be looking into before you think of having a country like Nigeria as your country. I want you to ask yourself, how many graduates of British do you have in your country as Olocho in the street? How many graduates of any of the European states or countries or community do you have in your country as Olocho in the street? How many of them? Go Italy, see our people. Code good. You know code where we say if you dey inside house like me, where head code with it. If I dey inside, I go fold my neck and put heater. They go stand for outside. Wear only pants because they want to make ends meet. If you see them sometimes, one day will they pass. I tell my brother, stop, I beg. Stop. I give them 50 euro, they did 3. I tell them they take go chop. All of them now my pikin, they Europe, they do work. If it dey well for them, they no go naked. If you know what those of you in Europe know, you cannot stand with your jacket under cold, minus, even +1, you no go fit stand there for 10 minutes. But these people go there, man. Sometimes snow go there fall, rain go they beat them. They go there. Somebody where they no know go carry them enter bush, go clear them. Sometimes they go clear them, they no go pay them. Sometimes one person go come while they don't they fight for hide for inside bush. You come, you go say, yeah, I give you money now, I give you money. If these girls tell you their story, you go cry. You go cry. One, they fit there for hide for bush. One go come pay. Go carry enter bush. All of them go come out and they go clear water. You no go do anything. You want report to police? Police, if you they go police, you go carry you first, arrest you. Nobody cares. When you see all the sides of the story and you say you want to remain in Nigeria, all these things are happening because they are Nigerians. You see your sister feeding dog, breastfeeding goats because she has been sold into slavery. Let's go back to the video.
The July 1966 coup, he was overlooked again because it was felt he would not be able to control soldiers from the north who were not ready to take orders from a head of state of southern extraction.
Like I was saying, from beginning, these people never wanted anybody from southern extraction to be, they never wanted to be under anybody. That is why today you see we're coming today. We are marginalized. Tinubu deal with it. Ask this Iweanyanwu, when you was senator, were you not marginalized? No. Ask you, do you know, you don't know, many people don't know that Iweanyanwu was once a senator. Ask Iweanyanwu, when he was a senator, was he not marginalized? How come all of a sudden now Iweanyanwu know he is marginalized? They know that they have been enslaved both physically and spiritually, and there is nothing they can do about it. That is why I am telling you, their salvation depends on you and me that want this freedom to come. Don't be surprised that all of them has voted, because nobody would want to remain a slave. When you see people like Iweanyanwu fighting you, he's fighting you because he have no choice. He have no choice. He's fighting you because if he will not fight you, he will be thrown into dungeon. All of them are sitting on cakes of gunpowder. Any moment they will be asked, or they have time bomb in their body. They are all in suicide mission. Any moment they refuse to go according to the instructions of the caliphate, then they go press them, go boss them. They can't do anything. They don't have power. That is why our prime minister have said that they are not our problem. Declare Biafra. Get Biafra. Don't think about what you will do to them. When Biafra come, the kind of stories that you will hear. Yoruba man say, Otru Beke.
The executioners of the July coup, that is the counter coup, are Murtala Muhammad. Murtala Muhammad was the leader of that coup, not Gowon. But some said Gowon manipulated Murtala to be the arrowhead. That's a subject of argument. Theophilus Danjuma was among those who arrested Ironsi in Ibadan. There was Martin Adamu, Shitu Alao, Musa Usman, and Joe Garba and others. After a successful coup, these northern officers wanted the northern region to break away from Nigeria. At this time, they were tired of the problem of the Igbo man. They just wanted to go on their own. Let the Igbos go on their own and Yorubas go your way. Enough. That was the idea after the counter coup. If you've read Max Yulin's book entitled Oil, Politics and Violence, he said Brigadier Babafemi Ogundikwe, in a phone conversation, told Ojukwu that northern officers wanted to break away. The officers of the north, in a hurry to break away, hijacked a British VC-10 plane bound for...
Are you getting the message? Okay, the name, let me give you his channel link. Let me bring his link to his video. I think I can give you, so that if you go click you enter his channel, then from there you go subscribe. I'm with this. Let me give you a link. That is the link there. Come on. That is linked to his YouTube. If you go there, you go see him. Click, he goes. No single video when drop, Well, in short, now you go there addicted, and they tell you the truth. If you dey sleep, you go put earphone, they listen to him. I know that advertise am. Yeah, I know now. God knows, say I know now. I never speak with her before. I no even know whether na Igbo, whether na Yoruba, or whether na anybody. I don't know where it come from. Okay, so we continue. I believe we are following. I believe we are following. They want to break away. Listen to story.
For London. They hijacked the plane and flew their families to Kanu from Lagos in preparation for the declaration of North's independence from Nigeria. The mutineers gave northerners in Lagos 40 hours to leave and return to the north in preparation for the declaration of a country of the north. How the table turned that the northern officers who wanted to break away became the same officers who fought Ojukwu tirelessly to keep Nigeria one. That is also the tragedy of history. Murtala, the leader of the hardliners, and his co-travelers.
I believe una they follow the story. I watch one skit. The man say he no want a wife again. Carry him load, the throw away, bam, everything go, boom. Finally open door, push the woman, boom. That woman they call her, look am, go clean the woman, carry and carry. Now the man say, hey, now my wife with the touch, so he said, but you don't throw away him. He said, no, leave her, now my wife at the marry. That is what they are doing. Because they want to be in charge. To the point, they took the planes, all the British Airways, where they carry all of them, fly their whole families from the whole Lagos to North, come. And any other person will miss the plane, they tell them they give you 48 hours to come back, that they want out. They want to be northern state. They don't want to be Nigeria again. People no say they were up to something. They were planning. What do we do to weaken these people? So to even hijack them themselves, not only hijacking Nigeria, to hijack everything. And they succeeded. Agui came, believing we need to be one. The same thing Zik, mistakes our people made in the past are something that we will not even think of going close to consideration. The same mistake, what is his name? Zik made. Awolowo was calling Zik. Let us go. Declare your own. Take your independence and carry your people. Go Biafra. Go Biafra. I go carry my people. Go Yoruba. Zik said, Awolowo, no, you are not getting it. Like Andy Okeke will tell you, Kenneth Okonkwo, we need a bigger country that will be big enough for me to compete. Biafra is a small state. It's the same statement that Ziki made. Even Ojukwu warning him, this is dangerous. Let us take advantage now. He said, Ojukwu, you are a small boy. You will not understand anything. And because of this, he had a fallout with Ojukwu. Aguiyi-Ironsi, the same thing. Ojukwu warned Aguiyi-Ironsi, these people no be your brother. They go carry your head, they put for tray. Aguiyi-Ironsi said to Ojukwu, I know what I am doing. I am working out a strategy that will unify everybody. We will have one central government. That this country will be the most powerful, blessed country in the world. I don't know why these people, Aguiyi shouldn't have died. He should have remained alive to see where his unification landed him. Nobody fights to keep Nigeria that live to glorify God for his fight. The only people that fight to keep Nigeria and live or die happily are the northerners. Even Yorubas that fight to keep Nigeria, they die sad. They live. Look at Abiola now. Look at Awolowo. They used Abiola to sabotage Awolowo. You know, these are the stories many people don't even know. Abiola was used against Awolowo to make sure Awolowo never become the head of state. And then Awolowo swore for him. Awolowo swore for him. Probably that was why he died the way he died. Awolowo swore for Abiola, said, you no go see better. You go watch this presidential seat, you no go get them. Any Yoruba man way in hand, and come to think of it, there has never been a true Yoruba man that tested the presidency. Obasanjo is half Igbo, half Yoruba. Tinubu is from Guinea. Who is it? Is it Shoneka? Shoneka was only head of government for a few days. Abacha threw away and come on for road. Who? Oh boy, if you sit down the real history, you go bow. There are so many things people are saying they don't know what they are.
We are convinced not to break away from Nigeria, as it would backfire for economic and military reasons. So northern officers later rallied round Gowon to consolidate their leadership, having seen the need to remain in the entity called Nigeria. This was welcomed in the north as victory for the people. It was celebrated, leading to deadly attacks on southerners in northern Nigeria, mostly Igbo people.
Cuando les dije a mis amigos que mi trabajo consistía en escribir mensajes en Instagram, se rieron de mí.
Hold on, I'm coming. Let me find which one I watch now. Okay, 1 day, 23 hours. I think this one should be the one.
Kwalabi. It's a continuation of where we stopped on Monday. The subject is Aburi Accord, before the guns began to boom. So this is part 2 of the analysis. I am Edmondo Bilo. Welcome to this class of politics and power. In the last edition of the program, what we did was to walk down history lane to understand events before Aburi Accord.
I think it will be better to go back to number 1. Let's go back to the number 1. I think this.
The Aburi Accord remains a symbol. The Aburi Accord remains a symbol of the challenges and complexities inherent in conflict resolution highlighting the importance of genuine dialogue, compromise, and trust building in achieving lasting peace. According to Max Hewlin, in the book Oil Politics and Violence, the Aburi meeting of January 1967 evolved into perhaps the best documented constitutional debate of all time because it discussed fundamental concepts regarding the balance of power between the central and regional government in a federation. Why did Gowon renege on the agreement he signed with Ojukwu in Aburi? After returning to Nigeria, General Gowon, who was the head of state, called a press conference. Let's go back to the past.
This press conference is to enlighten the public on the last Accra meeting of military leaders and to tell the nation where we go from here. Our main concern at the Aburi meeting was how to keep the country together and restore normal conditions. We reviewed the situation in the Nigerian army.
Sorry, this is Gowon speaking after they have gone to Aburi and come back. After they have gone to Aburi and came back to Nigeria, when he has found the need to fight Ojukwu for the same agreement, the same treaty inside himself, he turned back to fight Ojukwu. Listen to Gowon.
And we all agreed that there should be one Nigerian army under a unified command as at present. We recognize that in the context of the events of 1966, the most practical way of achieving this aim is to organize the army into area commands. We did not go to Aburi to write a new constitution for Nigeria.
You see, Clement, there is something people do not know. Agui with Ojukwu. So why the coup, Chukwuma Nzogu coup, did not succeed? Because Agui with Ojukwu stopped the coup. And the original plan Kaduna Nzogu had was to rescue Nigeria from today. What is happening today, he foresaw it and wanted to stop it. And his plans was that after normalizing everything, he is going to South Africa. I think either South Africa or where. There was a place they were having problem then. He wanted to go there as a volunteer army to support that country to fight. So Ojukwu and the Agui stopped this coup because Ojukwu and Agui agreed that after stopping the coup, they are going to take it and they are going to normalize everything, that you will have your regional government. So when they stopped them, Agui stepped in, took over power. Instead of doing what he agreed with Ojukwu, Agui went and established what is called Decree 34, one unity central government, so that the northerners will remain Nigeria, because the northerners were threatening to leave Nigeria. So in order to keep the northerners Nigerians, the Agui have to please them. So Agui played even more major role than Zeki did, because Zeki never even had any opportunity to do anything. Zik was only common ceremonial president that even when he tried to command the military, they tell him, oh, Oga, make you go sit down. Oh. Your power now just to wear cloth and go take salute. You no get power to command anybody. They told him. They reminded him many times. You only a ceremonial president. And when Ojukwu told him the importance of joining forces with him to liberate him, he said, no, you don't know, I'm comfortable. So look at him, Aguiyi, telling you they went to Ghana, they agreed. Then what happened? Listen to what happened, how he twisted everything. Listen to him.
Constitution of Nigeria will be written in Nigeria by Nigerians on the authority of the people of Nigeria. We, however, agreed to return to the status quo until January 17, 1966. And this is in keeping with my earlier public pronouncement that decrees or part of decrees which tended towards over-centralization should be repealed. We will continue to operate the existing federal constitution.
Did you hear him? That this is to retrieve my earlier address. He has come back from Ghana and addressed the people of Nigeria on what they went to Ghana to do, on the new system of government that they are going to do. Regional, go your house, I go my house. Manage your oil in the north. If you want to take the oil, put your people inside hellfire. Now your business. But we will have one central government where you will report. Manage your resources. I manage my resources. Then, after they agreed, he come back and announce it. He come here and they tell you, this is to withdraw. Listen, I'm going to rewind it again. I want you to listen back to him again. Listen.
In keeping with my earlier public pronouncement that decrees or part, we, however, agreed to return to the status quo until January 17, 1966. And this is in keeping with my earlier public pronouncement.
And this is in retrieving my earlier public pronouncement. So, those fools that are saying, this is all the reason why the history was destroyed, so that you will be blaming your fathers and mothers for trying to give you life. You blame your ancestors for not giving you good education. You blame your ancestors for being the forces that are stopping you from having good life. When you see the people that have taken away your good lives, you see the people that have destroyed your land, you see your oppressors go. Listen, our people are being destroyed. They are damaged. They don't take their bread or chop bread. You see the politicians that are the oppressors, and you go to school, you could not get a job. You are there binding your papa them. Now they make you no see job. You agree. When you see your senators taking your allocations, sending their children to England, Oxford, Harvard, Dubai, weekend, private jets everywhere, you are not binding them. If there is any prayer that you walk, bind your oppressors, not your ancestors. Look at him. He is now retrieving his earlier address of what they went to Ghana to do. And then now he is telling you, I withdraw. I am no longer in agreement. And today, people, even till now that we are here, so many people are calling Ojukwu evil name for trying to defend the Aburi Accord.
That decrees or part of January 17, 1966. And this is in keeping with my earlier public pronouncement that decrees or part of decrees which tended towards over-centralization should be repealed. We will continue to operate the existing federal constitution and the federal system of government until a new constitution is drawn up. In Aburi, we made an excellent start in the bid for permanent peace But let us not deceive ourselves that it was possible to solve all Nigeria's problems in the two-day meeting of minds of Nigeria's military leaders.
Did you get that? Inaburi. Oh, Chineke, whatever, brother. Nobody is asking you, go on, to solve all Nigerians' problems, but they ask you to apply your treaty, your agreement that you went to Ghana for. That thing where you go sign in Ghana, bring it to book, keep it for table, make we see am. You come and answer finish, come withdraw. You never see anything. You dey cry for your people wey no dey, wey full IDP camp.
I did say immediately after that conference that Nigeria will definitely remain united. I would never have said so if we went there to fall apart. Nigeria will remain one indivisible country by the will of the people of this country.
State of
Did you hear that? Nigeria will remain one indivisible country by the will of the people of this country. Now, I want you to ask yourself here, who are the people of this country he is talking about? Are you involved? Are you among the people of this country he told you that that this is their will, that this Nigeria remain one? No! Listen, when I tell you, say, it don't tell where they minus you as a Biafra man, you know, don't understand that. Immediately they removed that Giyirosi because they were able to deceive him. All you need to do, make us one family. We will remain one. And that Giyirosi bought in. And then they removed him. And they took over the power. Ever since then, how far have you gone? Immediately they murdered that Giyirosi. They took over the power. You become marginalized. The Southerners become marginalized immediately. Giyirosi was assassinated. Chapter closed. But people don't know now. You see people like Iwenya, they are just balloons that are blowing in the air. I don't know. Yeah, it is possible because this man is to find out how to reach him. I've been looking for a way to reach him. If I will be able to reach him, I want to interact with him, honestly. Just go. I believe he will have the Aburi Accord in his program. Because there is no kind of things, history you will not hear. Just go and follow him. Click that link, go and follow him.
Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
That was a strong statement from the head of state, Yakubu Gowon. That was a press conference in 1967 after he returned from Aburi. What has Ojukwu got to say about what happened in Aburi? Let's reflect on it.
State Affairs.
So, Ojukwu has his own reaction to what happened in Aburi. He explained how the discussion went, and he did not understand why the federal government of Nigeria had to renege. So we can listen to that now.
At Aburi, yes, we agreed on area commands for the armed forces. At Aburi, we agreed that the police force would be decentralized. We agreed on those. Yes. We agreed even to show that we didn't separate. At Aburi, we also agreed on certain revenue formula. That's what happened at Aburi. Aburi again, because I always end up, it sounds odd today, but I always end up by saying I must have been naive, because I believed actually that would be the end. I'll confess to you, when I got back to Enugu, oh yes, I had a party, believing that probably the danger was over. That's what we thought. Until they then began to deny everything. It was a denial.
Now, from what Ojukwu is saying here, it is very clear that Ojukwu went to Aburi. What Ojukwu was fighting for is just to stop the pogrom, to stop the, just the pogrom, just to be secure, just to stop killing the people of Biafran land. He was happy after they must have returned from Ghana, Aburi. He threw a party that at least his people are now safe. Then all of a sudden, this man called Gowon came back to said, I retrieve my former statement. I no longer stand on that.
Of Nigeria that made me publish the tapes of Aburi, because we had insisted that each one should have a set of tapes. Everybody talks about confederation. Go and look at the transcript. There is no time that the word confederation came from my lips.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Okay. I will take you into the details of the accord. But before we get to the details, it is good we lay a solid background so that we are not missing some point. Because Aburi did not just come from nowhere. There were many issues that led to Aburi. In the last edition of the program on Monday, I explained some. I will explain other issues. It will give us a broader understanding of what happened before Ojukwu and Gowon found themselves in Aburi, Ghana. Remember, you can call in this time to join the discourse. The number is 080-999-18449. So you can call that number 080-999-18449 to join the discourse. How did we get to Aburi? Look at this. The Trouble with Nigeria. Have you seen that book? The Trouble with Nigeria by Chinua Achebe. Oh, I'm not with a copy here. A good book. You'll find that book on udarabooks.com. So I took that title from Achebe's work. Look at this aspect of some of the issues. The problems of Nigeria's federalism was worsened by the incursion of the military into politics in January 1966, following the overthrow of the democratic government of Prime Minister Tafawa Balewa. Balewa, the premiers of Northern and Western region, top politicians and military officers were killed in the January coup, carried out by mostly Igbo officers and aborted by an Igbo officer in the persons of Aguiyi Ironsi and Emeka Ojukwu. Get that point. The January coup was carried out by mostly Igbo officers, and it took senior Igbo officers to counter the coup. They aborted the coup. Nzogu and co did not succeed. Ojukwu and the Ironsi aborted that coup, and Ironsi became the head of state. The conflict of the coup threw up the head of the army, General Aguiyi Ironsi, an Igbo man, as Nigeria's first military head of state. Where did he go wrong? You know, after Ironsi took over, he fell out with Ojukwu. They were having strong times because Ojukwu felt he was going the wrong way. In fact, if the counter coup of July had not happened, perhaps Ironsi would have removed Ojukwu as the governor of the Eastern region. Remember, it was Ironsi that appointed Ojukwu as the governor of the Eastern region.
Now, this is a good one. Do you know why Ironsi would have removed Ojukwu from the Eastern region governor? Because Aguiyi Ironsi found out that Ojukwu is against what the Fulanese were doing or are doing, because they are still doing it. And Aguiyi Ironsi believed that you don't need to fight them, only be defensive, be good to them. That's what Gumi said. Even if they come, don't do anything to them, don't fight them. They are good people. And Ojukwu was telling Aguiyi Ironsi, these people are evil, run. Aguiyi Ironsi said, you don't understand anything. And he took Ojukwu to stop the coup, because Ojukwu thought that after the coup stopped, they would be able, after they were able to stop the coup, Aguiyi Ironsi would have come to realize, back to his senses, that what he has been telling him are true. But no. Ojukwu abandoned Ironsi until he was killed, because there was nothing Ojukwu could do. Aguiyi Ironsi distanced Ojukwu from himself. Aguiyi Ironsi shoes the same thing Peter Obi shoes today to make Gumi and the Fulanese have his family and the people of Biafra land his enemy, just that in the name of one Nigeria, looking for one good peace, he found the peace probably in the grave. He found the peace. It was still Ojukwu, still the same Ojukwu, that went to where they buried him in a shallow grave, found him, brought him home, and gave him befitting burial with all the rest of the southern soldiers. This same Ojukwu, he hurt. Ojukwu cried because Ojukwu knew this was going to happen. There is no amount of sacrifice anybody is going to give that will save you, that will make them love you.
So both men were already having serious quarrels. Ojukwu felt Ironsi was derailing. So he was taking him up seriously. They were already fighting. By the time I come to the story of Victor Banjo, I'll be bringing the daughter of Victor Banjo into the studio soon. And on Monday, I also explained the point that the moment, because some are already writing me, why is the program dominated by Yoruba voices? That where are the Igbo voices? The point is that this studio is in Ibadan, and I'm surrounded by mostly Yoruba scholars. I have spoken to many Igbo scholars. The problem is getting them into the studio. Most of them are in the East. Some are in Lagos, though. But with time, we'll have to go and meet them. But that is, the cost of production will rise, because I'll be now moving with a team of, say, 6 persons. Imagine what it means to fly from here to Owerri for an interview. So the cost of production will rise, but we are looking at it. We'll see what we will do. I want to interview Chuks Ilegbunam, the author of the book Ironsi. We've been talking. In January, he told me he was in Lagos. That what do we do? And at that time, I was outside the country. But I hope to bring Chuks Ilegbunam to the studio. It will be a happy moment for me, because that book Ironsi is one of the best books you can read on Nigerian history, and it has a lot to explain. So soon you begin to also see some Igbo scholars. But at the moment, we are also having objective conversations. I also don't want to see my program as an Igbo Yoruba thing, because I'm reading the comments on TikTok. I can see the dirty fight going on there. And sometimes I cringe. What's going on? What's wrong with Nigerians? The issue is not Igbo Yoruba. You are miscalculating. The basic issue is the political elite and the structural defects of the Nigerian state. Don't allow anybody to tell you it's Igbo Yoruba thing. Now, the Yoruba nation is such a civilized nation. The Igbo nation is such a civilized nation. So when I see some Igbo persons and Yoruba persons at the fringes throwing brickbats, taking on themselves, using dirty words, I say, man, they are lost. It is more than that. Don't join that kind of debate. Yes, sometimes it is tempting to join it. But solving the Nigerian question requires deeper introspection. And it cannot be done on the basis of brickbats.
¿Quieres tener una green card? Imagina un futuro donde tus habilidades como profesional
region. The Aburi Accord remains a symbol of the challenges and complexities inherent in conflict resolution, highlighting the importance of genuine dialogue, compromise, and trust building in achieving lasting peace. According to Max Hewlin, in the book Oil Politics and Violence, the Aburi meeting of January 1967 evolved into perhaps the best documented constitutional debate of all time, because it discussed fundamental concepts regarding the balance of power between the central and regional government in a federation. Why did Gowon renege on the agreement he signed with Ojukwu in Aburi? After returning to Nigeria, General Gowon, who was the head of state, called a press conference. Let's go back to the past.
The purpose of this press conference is to enlighten the public on the last Accra meeting of military leaders and to tell the nation where we go from here. Our main concern at the Aburi meeting was how to keep the country together and restore normal conditions. We reviewed the situation in the Nigerian army, and we all agreed that there should be one Nigerian army under a unified command as at present. We recognize that in the context of the events of 1966, the most practical way of achieving this aim is to organize the army into area commands.
You have listened to this one now. Who is the one at the... there are three of them. There are three of them. Sorry. I don't know the one that is the one again.
Next issues. It's a continuation of where we stopped on Monday.
This is the one.
The subject is Aburi Accord, before the guns began to boom. So this is part 2 of the analysis. I am Edmondo Bilo. Welcome to this class of politics and power. In the last edition of the program, what we did was to walk down history lane to understand events before Aburi Accord. There were complex issues that led to the feuding parties going to Ghana to have a meeting to settle their quarrel. And some of the issues we looked at on Monday were the different conferences, constitutional conferences, that were held to shape Nigeria's federalism. I remember talking about the Lancaster House London Constitutional Conference of 1957. I also talked about the conference of 1958. I drew your attention to the Willis Commission of Inquiry. I also read from the book, This House of Oduduwa Must Not Fall. The reason we read from the book was the insistence of the North to say that certain conditions must be met or they will not be part of Nigeria at independence. And Paolani Ajayi looked at some of those issues in his book, This House of Oduduwa Must Not Fall. We also talked about the Awolowo-Akintola feud that led to Operation Wettier in western Nigeria. That quarrel between the two gladiators in Yoruba politics at the time also meant that Awolowo was sent to prison. He was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment for treasonable felony. He was accused by the federal government of plot to remove the government of the day. I played Femi Kende in that edition of the program. We also went as far as examining some.
Another thing we must remember, when Awolowo was imprisoned in Calabar, it was Ojukwu, this same Ojukwu, that freed Awolowo and sent him to go home. Go home and free Yoruba people. Awolowo went home. Instead of fighting to free his people, he turned against the same Ojukwu that set him free from prison. Oh, hey, Chineke. You see, anyway, let me not go into another thing.
Positions of scholars of politics on what Nigeria was at the time. You listened to Odia Ofemu, and you listened to Professor Egusa Osagai. On this edition, we will pay attention to the decisions arrived at in Aburi. Again, we will still try to lay foundations on various subjects that led to the Aburi Accord. I called this one the trouble with Nigeria. Then I asked a question here. Did the North plan to break away from Nigeria after the counter coup of 1966? I will answer the question. Who made the first and boldest attempt to break away from Nigeria? Who acted to break away? Was it Ojukwu? No. It was Isaac Adakaboro from the Niger Delta, an Ijaw man. He was the first Nigerian to come up with a well-orchestrated plan to break away from Nigeria. And he launched an armed insurrection. We'll talk about that on this edition of the program. We'll also talk about events between Ojukwu and Gowon that made both of them to go to Aburi. So welcome again to this edition of State Affairs, where we are looking at Aburi Accord before the guns began to boom. On this edition, you have the opportunity to call in, to engage me. I want to also get your opinion. So there is a number to call. You can take the number now, so that when it's time to call, you will join the discourse. The number is 080-999-18449. I think the number is on the screen. So you can call when the lines are open to join the discourse. And we'll also appeal to you as you listen. You can retweet, you can share, so that we can bring more persons into the loop in the discourse of the past, in preparation for the future. The Aburi Accord is a significant historical agreement that emerged from a meeting held in Aburi, Ghana in January 1967. The meeting happened during the stages leading to the Nigerian-Biafran War. It was a meeting attended by high-ranking officials from both Nigerian government and the Biafran side, led by Faught Ojukwu, who at the time was the governor of the Eastern region. It was after Aburi that Ojukwu declared the state of Biafra. Yakubu Gowon led the delegation of the Nigerian side. At the heart of the Aburi Accord was the attempt to find a peaceful resolution to the escalating conflict between the Nigerian federal government, led by General Yakubu Gowon, and the Eastern region, led by Colonel Ojukwu. So the accord aimed to address key issues, including the allocation of resources, control over regional affairs, and the status of the Eastern region within Nigeria. During the meeting, a series of agreements were reached, with both sides consenting to a framework for a federal system that would grant more autonomy to the regions, including the Eastern region. The accord also outlined plans for a ceasefire and the withdrawal of federal troops from the Eastern region.
Are you getting this message? One of the agreement reached in Aburi was to withdraw all the Nigerian troops hit in our land. The same thing that the Biafra Prime Minister today is demanding, and they shut their ears, thinking that it was like when we go to Aburi and agree on accord and come back to say you retrieve your former statement. There is nothing like retrieving. All we are and all we are standing for is we stand on our referendum. That is where we are standing, and you cannot push us out of it. The days are gone when you went to Ghana and they come back to lie. When you went to Ghana and came back to fight us. Why am I playing all this history? When Iwanya will come to tell you that we are marginalized, when some group of people like Iwanya and the rest of them will come and tell you that we want regional government, when Edwin Clark will come out to tell you that you need to reintegrate the Igbos, I want you to know where you are coming from. I want you to know the sacrifices your fathers has made. I want you to know how far you have gone to get to this point. We have begged for this reintegration. We have died for it. We have begged for this regionalization. We have begged. May God have mercy. Let us finish the video.
However, despite the initial optimism surrounding the Aburi Accord, subsequent disagreement and mistrust between the two parties led to the collapse of the accord. The failure to fully implement the agreement laid out in Aburi ultimately led to a full-blown civil war, which resulted in significant loss of life and widespread suffering. Chief Lekon Alabi is a journalist. He has been around. He loves history. He tells historical stories. In 2021, I asked him, why did the Nigerian side renege on Aburi? He speaks here. On Aburi we stand, Ojukwu insists, Chief Lekon Alabi.
Thank you very much. At the beginning of this program, you said this is Aburi 2021. That is, those who are not born when Aburi report came out in January 1967 and thereafter, now they can compare and contrast. I was not there when the then Mr. Kenzua advised the then military head of state against implementing the Abuja report, but I can imagine the present generation, if they compare the Aburi report of 1967 and Aburi 2021 as being implemented on this channel, that they would not have asked those who went to Accra in 1967 and you brought a report back, who would not have asked them, excuse me, were you out of the hall when this agreement was prepared? And we heard Ojukwu saying that it was read over by the then Ghanaian military head of state, General Ankara. So, if it was made, agreed, assented, and signed by chief secretaries of 3 chief secretaries, 2 representing Nigeria, 1 representing Biafra, already cast and molded. So why would anybody want to dissolve it? You were there, you met, the thing was typed, read over, signed, and given copies to you. So to me, it was when they got back to Lagos that the federal delegation led by the then head of state, Lieutenant Colonel Yakubu Gawan, as publicly now known that it was the secretary of the cabinet, the immediate past Oba of Bini, may so rest in peace, who later went to the head of state to pinch him and say, sir, you have signed off Nigeria with this report. So probably the head of state will ask him, so what do you think we should do? Disregard. Disregard.
And he came out with that press conference
Disregard.
where he explained what Aburi meant to the Nigerian side.
The then Oba of Benin tell him, retrieve. That was why in the earlier video you heard Gowon say, I retrieve my earlier statement. Nigeria is one. We have one central government. We have one army. We have one police. But Ojukwu said it's a lie, not what we agreed. What happened to the first statement you made? He said, Ojukwu, why should you ask? I will shoot. It's just to tell you that nothing you do, nothing you are going to do, nothing you give, nothing you are going to give will make Nigeria work. You cannot do more than Aguiyi do. Azikiwe. Aguiyi gave his life for Nigeria to work. Did it work? And immediately, ever since Aguiyi was taken out, have you ever had anybody in the army, a general that is a real general in the army, police, politics? You are nowhere. And you are hoping you belong to that people that don't want you anywhere. The same people that told you we don't want to be part of Nigeria yesterday, today come and the mother that gave Hiroshi to take over that same Nigeria. And then somebody is there today clamoring to be reintegrated into that same Nigeria. If they let us finish this video. It's almost done.
State Affairs with Edmondo Bilo is live.
Yes, that is Chief Lekon Alabi in 2021. You know, I've been taking on the Aburi discourse for some time, and hopefully, at some point, I will release a document. You know, my thoughts on Aburi and why we are where we are. Remember, Edmondo Bilo is a political scientist. I study politics. I look at it. I look at the theoretical aspect of politics. I monitor the practical aspect of politics. I collect books on politics. The essence is to prepare us for the future. The essence is to prepare a new leadership that understands the power of history. When you understand the power of history, you will know how effective one can be with that knowledge as a leader. History tells you what the future will be like. From Aburi Political scientists could see what the future of Nigeria was going to look like. Some of them predicted war, and war came. So we can predict the future to a good extent by understanding history.
That was a good one. I believe everybody. Listen, I advise you, for the sake of history, go and follow Edmond Obilo. I think Edmond, or I shared his link here, and I will see share his link again. You need to go and follow this man. Watch you. You have to know the truth. This is the truth we are talking about. You have to know the truth. You have to know the truth. You have to know the truth. Go and follow him. So that when you hear somebody, those people that gather in groups or wherever they gather to discuss how Nigeria will work, how Edmond Obilo, yes, Edmond Obilo is his name. Let me see his link. Let me bring up his link again. Those people that will gather and tell you Nigeria will work. When Nigeria will work, how it will work, how to reintegrate you into Nigeria again, how to regionalize you in Nigeria again. I want to ask you, where you have never been a part for over 60 years, and you have been zuzuing, iberiberin yourself, deceiving yourself to be part of it. For Edwin Clark to come out and said to Tinubu to reintegrate you, Iweanyanwu, into the politics mean that you have never been the part of that country. And you have been deceiving. You all are just butterflies that call yourself birds all this while, but you don't know. Ojukwu went to Ghana. Remember, one of the things Ojukwu cried for is to remove all the military you brought to Biafra land. Take them away. And ever since then till now, they have never taken them away. Instead, they are bringing more. Buying fighter jets. Telling you that buying fighter jets for the terrorists. Is it true? They are preparing for war. But they are there. They don't know that they don't even have the airspace in Biafra land anymore. The airspace in Biafra land has been taken away by the Biafrans. Biafrans have taken back their airspace. You try to bring your air, you try to come by air, they will destroy you. You come in. Listen, our prime minister just asked you for one thing: support him financially. That's the only thing you need to do. Go home and sleep. So pay your tithe and offering to Biafran offering box, tithe box. Go home and sleep. If you feel bringing the money makes you feel, if bringing the money makes you feel as if somebody want to eat the money, buy the arms, bring and come. Buy the butterfly, bring and come. Buy the iron, carry and come. Prime Minister will welcome you. Bring something to the table. Don't sit by the side and look why they kill your prophets. The same thing Ojukwu was crying for till now. Our prime minister is crying for it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cried for it. Uwazirike cried for it. They refused to listen. That is why you will see our prime minister showing you videos of how they are being sent away. Since you refuse to take them away, he is sending them away the best way. Somebody that have called you for more than 60 years, if not 70, 80 years, to withdraw these people from my land. Why must the military? And today, you see the people that call themselves oppressors in the name of politicians dialoguing how to build military base in Biafra land. The prisons and military base are what they are, military barracks are what they are negotiating for. You think they get brain? You think they get brain? When people are soliciting for you to come and build industry, build schools, build hospitals, you are soliciting for them to come and build army barracks and build prison for you. Really fools. That was why when Buhari, what is it Buhari? I think it's Buhari. When Buhari came to, I think either Buhari or Shagari, I can't remember, came to Olo, he promised them prison. No infrastructure, prison. Now prison, they will be giving you useless things. You don't need prison in your land. This is what you don't know. Where you have terrorists today, they are telling you that Al Qaeda has built their base in Kainji Dam, and you are here looking for somebody to reintegrate you into Nigeria. You are looking for somebody to regionalize you into Nigeria. You are looking for a post in the political corridors of Nigeria government, and you think you get brain? You think you say you'll get them for brain? You don't get them for anything. You'll be there for anything for this place until you wake up from this your idiocy, beriberiism, efurefurism, anumpamuzim. That surprised me when I see people believing that there is a Nigeria, there is a country, there is a nation. People go about telling you there is hope when there is no hope. The regional government you are asking for, where is it going to come from? Are they giving you the regional government that the Ojukwu fought for and they refuse to bring it? The regional government that made them took over from Agri-Ironsi and murdered Agri-Ironsi. Is it what you think they will give you now? Now that they are more advanced over you, when they never had this power in full control, they refused you to have access to this regional government you're asking for. They refused you to get integrated into political corridor. And now that they are in full control, you think it will be possible? You should ask yourself first, if it is true that there should be anything in Nigeria, let us go back to the Aburi Accord and apply Aburi Accord. You don't even need to go, what you do, sitting down for constitutional conference or conference constitutional reamendment of constitution and listen, you don't even need to touch your constitution. Leave your constitution the way it is. Bring back the Aburi Accord. The accord is still there. Bring it, apply it. Everybody go home. Apply the Aburi Accord. We will not have our people in the creek. Those people in the creek are human beings. You think they are enjoying it? Go and watch documentaries about the creek in the southern Nigeria. You will see where these people are living. It's an enjoyment. If you know what creek is, you will know what we are talking about. You think they're enjoying it? No. God so much loves us and bless us with every resources, but we do not enjoy it. The wicked are enjoying it, and we are aiding them to enjoy it while we suffer. That's why I'm not surprised that somebody is clamoring for getting reintegrated into Nigeria politics. Somebody is clamoring that he should that we have been we have been marginalized for long. You have to stop the marginalization. You are in a place you called your country, and there is something called Ibophobia that has been placed on you, and you are going through the suffering and crying day and night. You do not want to wake up from this evil slumber. Don't you know that if you are in a dream and dream evil dream, you don't want to continue, you have to force yourself to wake up. But this time we have woke up our people, they refuse to wake up. We beat them to stand, they refuse to stand. We even took them, keep them, stood them on their feet, they refuse to stand. You are looking for regional government. You are looking for integration. Go and get integrated. Let me see you. You get integrated like Wike is. You get integrated into the government of Nigeria just the same way Dave Umahi is getting integrated today. He has been a tool. You listen, anybody from southern Nigeria that gets into the government, you only get in there to be a tool to commit the evil and atrocities. Today, Emefere is being judged or imprisoned for forming or forging the signature of Buhari. They claim. Was Buhari not in power when all these things were happening? How are you telling me that the government in power did not know about the new money, about the new note? And you said that the MFR forged the Buhari signature to print the note. Was it not the same Buhari when you sacked MFR that brought him back? I don't know what people are thinking. You will only remain a tool in their hand. They go use you when they want, throw away you when they no want again. Our people has gone through all this thing for long. If you see anybody calling for a structure, calling for integration, calling for presidency, they are only but distractors. They are only tools, willing tools in the hands of the Fulanese. And my joy today is that when I sit down and look back how the Biafrans are voting from homeland, it gives me joy. Our Prime Minister said earlier this week in his Twitter space, in one of his Twitter space, in his last speech, he said that we have now over 40 million votes. And the more are voting. As at yesterday, we see so many of them still voting. It gives me joy that everybody wants to go home. Nobody want to remain a Nigerian. If everybody want to go home, why are you keeping us? Why don't you say Simon Ekpa is lying? Simon Ekpa is a criminal. Let us conduct this referendum and see who want to be free. You go to the chambers, red chambers, to deceive yourself, just to please your masters that you are working. You say there are miscreants. Only miscreants will support sit at home. Who told you that it's miscreants that are supporting sit at home? When you call the people that are supporting sit at home miscreant, you have called yourself a senator that is a miscreant, because the people you claim to be representing have told you you are no longer representing us. They don't tell you that one, you know, and hear them. They said you are no longer Baribe, Bifa Nyoba, all of you are no longer representing nobody. You are there representing yourself. Wait until after December 2nd. I will know how you will represent them from Abuja. You will come home in Biafra land, because after the declaration, after the re-declaration, Biafra will take total control of Biafra land. Anybody seen there is a troublemaker and will be treated like one. So anything we are seeing now just ka emezigo dị ahịrị okwu ndị a ka e were na-echere oge ahụ anyị na-ege ABC abi ABC Owerri or ABS that time esi ka egwu eji echere oge. So all these things you are seeing in our you go to our Prime Minister handle space X, you dey see things will be like you nobody go fit explain when they go explain tire say they know they agree explain again. All those things na just get within a share until December 2nd the rating will start. And in this war you will not win. And in this war, your strategy of using hunger to deceive, to destroy our people will not work. And in this war, selling Bakassi to Cameroon so that they will block that place for you will not work. Hey. I am happy that Biafrans from all over the world are now coming home in their senses, not coming home physically, coming home in their senses, that this is where we should have been long ago. No amount of sacrifice you will make that will save Nigeria. Our people have sacrificed. Our people have paid price. Our people have died, have cried, have mourned. Our people have paid the price in any form, in all manner. Yet, Nigeria refused to stand. Who else have paid any price for Nigeria to stand? If you can tell me, if not Biafrans, who else have paid the price of any form for Biafra to stand? I beg you, try and like this video. Only 100 people I see will like this video since. Why they do them? Like this video now. Waiting I do you. Like them. Like them. The other two channel now, only this one now I get to. Like on the like and I made the know say people they like what they do. You see, say if I dey do video here most times, I know they agree put Biafra thing. They pursue me. They no one hear Biafra, but we go there talk am. Like the video, I beg. Like am. Nobody anywhere have sacrificed other than Biafra for Nigeria to work. We have sacrificed our lives, we sacrificed our children, we've sacrificed our parents, We've sacrificed our wealth, our resources. We sacrificed everything. We sacrificed our job. We sacrificed our school. We sacrificed everything. Yet Nigeria refused to work. And somebody is telling you of reintegration. Reintegration. They want to reintegrate you into Nigeria. They want to reintegrate you into Nigeria. My people say na onye amara ebe mmiri nọrọ ma me anaghị ama ebe ọ nọ n'ọkwụsị. And this is just a simple thing. I don't know if anybody will want to contribute anything. Because today na Friday. Let me see if I will come back again. So if anybody will want to join me, there's a link. If you are here and you have this money, bring it out. We need the money. We need it. We need it. We need this money. We need this money. We need to move on to the other side. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chidimma Ekwe, you are welcome.
Thank you, Mazi. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine, sir. I was out, so I just came back and saw that you are still on. I don't know how far you people have gone, but all the same. All I know before I left, it was the kind of the same issue is what we are talking about. The same issue. In fact, all this running about, running up and down, running, everybody is now talking. The other time, that summit where the about Ukraine and all these things, there was one video that I was watching. If you see comments, you will know that this era that we are now is not the era of pretense. If you don't want to be sincere in your time, era of life has gone. The truth has come to take over. So anybody that is pretending or that doesn't want to speak the truth or be plain is just wasting of time and making yourself a fool. If the world is no longer, they are just like trying to know if they can still revive that old era, which is not going to happen. What is happening now is just like a snake that has been killed and the head has cut off. They have cut the head has been cut off. That is still shaking like if it is still alive. But once the remaining strength is over, it will not move again. That is the stage we are now. So that all these pretense will not work. Anything that is going on now, all I'm just assuring Biafrans is that we have won this battle. It's just a little time, it will be over. So for your constant effort, I appreciate you, sir. Keep on keeping on, because without you people, we won't know what is going on. Like myself, I don't know many things, but from this last time, I say I want to know things. So because as we are talking of old history that we don't know, history that we know is now. And when we'll be telling people who doesn't follow when all this thing will be going, just like they are telling us about this Ojukwu and all these people. It's like we are just getting it now. For myself, I don't know history very well, but we are just getting it now. So, but people that are following you people now, our PM and our leader, surely we have become the history ourselves. When the time come, results that they will be looking for. How are they, who is even who go 247? Who is Van? We will be explaining it to them. So my brother, keep on keeping on. You are doing great. My baby is here. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Greet that baby for me. Tell her say try well. They try. Okay. What is sister? You're welcome.
Thank you, Mazi. God bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for bringing this history out. You see the reason. God bless you, my brother. God bless all of you for this hard work what people are putting in. It's making us understand things. It's making us to know things. You see, that's why we never stop watching and looking, because we gain experience and we will use the experience to do the van van van. We go try. We go never stop watching and looking, because we gain the experience and we will use the experience to do the van van van. We go try. It's talking. It's coming back twice. Why is it coming back twice? We gain the experience and we will use the experience to do the.
It's Ojukwu that entered. It's like she's echoing. I've
Uh-huh.
entered, I've
So
muted her mic.
you see why they remove history from our curriculum? Did you see the reason why? They remove history because they know they have done us wrong. They know that they have done us bad. They know. And instead of them to find a way to make peace, to apologize, to say, okay, you know what? Indeed, really, we don't want you people in Nigeria. We can, yes, you people can see it. We don't want you people. That's why we are doing all this. Okay, you know what? To compensate you people should take and go. Just go, Biafra. Just take whatever you want and go. That is what they should be doing now. Instead of them taking history away, as if the history will just go away, we will not go and find it. As if the history will just go away. There is nowhere in archive that will go and bring it out. Now there should be wind in their pants. Musa and Gowon, like you said, Gowon, where are your family? Where are your country people? Where are they? They are in the IDP camp. If only you know at that time when you went to Abure to go and sign. Before that, Yoruba man, when he called himself, say, be Oba of Benin, come and tell you, say, don't go and agree with it. So the Benin man now, this so-called Yoruba Benin man, when be the king or Oba, is his family suffering like your own family now? Go on. Go on, your family, there is no home. Your home will be wiped out. If you today you go 6 feet down, they will not know where you are buried, because your village will be gone. Your history will be wiped off. They will change the name of your street, your road, your village. They will change the name. It will never bear that again. If you allow them, what you did in 67, you have to change it now and speak for the Biafran people that you have done wrong. You know in your heart you have done wrong. Rewrite the history. Just saying it is enough for us. Go to the national television and say, indeed, what I did was a mistake. Indeed, I was advised wrongly. Indeed, I should have done that. So that Chukwu Okike Biama, the God that you serve, you say you are a Christian, go on. So that your people will have a home for tomorrow. If not, history will not remember you again. History will be, you are the one that make your people to be wiped out from the surface of this planet. That's what the history will remember you for. They will never remember you for good. They will only remember you for the 5 million people that you permit in our land and chasing out Igbo from all corners of the Nigeria. You made it so. That's why they chase out. They chase us. They don't want to see us. Go on. We are warning you. Go to the national TV to go and confess your sin. We are a very nice people. We will forgive you. We are very liberal. We will forgive you. We will have mercy on you. But you have to go and repent. Repent. So that they will make that day a national day like you people did for Abiola. Abiola is only one man standing. But you people gave him a national hero day. What about the 5 million people that you people corroborate together and kill, that know nothing, that done nothing wrong? That's why your village is not having peace. Even Dajima too is realizing gradually. Dajima too, I'm calling him to come out, to come and beg for forgiveness. Beg the Biafras for forgiveness so that God will forgive you. If not, God will never forgive you people. Because people have done so much evil that voice yourself will not eat your carcass. Vulture will spit on you, just like we human beings will spit on you. That is what we do to you. We hate you people right now. We hate you with a big passion. We hate you. So go and repent. Repent so that they will bring back history. You cannot wipe history from our hearts. No matter how you are taking it away from the schools, it's still in our heart. We are teaching our children. You cannot divide us anymore for us not to talk about the history. We will carry on talking about the history. I will carry on being united until Biafra come, and you will see that united we stand, united we are strong. That is what will happen. Thank you, Mazi. That guy has left too. Maybe I talk too much. Thank you, sir. Sorry.
Well, no, I think his network or her network is disturbing. Pastor Shima, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that super chat. Thank you. Okay, Ogochukwu is back. Let's see if he can talk. Ogochukwu, you're welcome.
Ndewo Mazi.
You're welcome, Mazi. You're
Um,
welcome,
net,
Madam Biafra. Sorry,
network is kicking me out and in.
I can see.
Yes, that's zoo. Anyway, thank you, Mazi. The best thing that has happened to me in this life is to be on a Biafra struggle as much as I can. And listening to you, especially Mazi Ugo, you have opened my eyes so much. I never knew that what our prime minister is demanding for the police to leave for the military to leave our land was there for years. That was part of the abuse agreement. I never knew that. Only this morning, I knew it from you. Thank you.
Yeah, network has kicked her out again. Yes. One major reason, in short, the two things is manage your resources. One. Secondly, remove all the military from Biafra land. Not be today they begin they do this in way they don't care. If Ojukwu went to Aburi to place this as number one of the first two things, most important thing to him, don't you see that the thing is not be a small matter? And today our prime minister is calling the same thing, calling for the same thing. Nnamdi Kanu is calling for the same thing. You refuse. I beg you, continue, my sister.
Yes, so thank you for welcoming me back, the network. So my brothers, you and all of you, I'm saying thank you for opening our eyes for those who want to know, because I'm sure that all these politicians in our land, especially the educated one, Abalibe, I'm sure he know this. He know this. That man is the most educated somebody in that chamber, that useless occultic chamber they have in Abuja. He know all this, and he's playing as if he don't know. Look at how stupid these people are. Why can't he educate these people? Because of greed and money he's getting, he forget his people. I'm saying that, Maurice sister, you're asking them to ask for. They will never do that. They can never ask for any forgiveness, and we are not ready to forgive anything. They have to pay for the evil they have been doing on us. You know, how can something be agreed upon and you come on the way and just scatter it? You cannot carry it down and went and delete everything about our history, thinking that when you can say we are sorry, we forgive you. No, we'll be stupid to do that. So, Mazuk, I don't know what to say. I am tears fill my eyes this morning. But it's tears of joy. I believe that we will get our freedom. Enough is enough. Thank you, Mazugo.
Mazi, even though they come out to come and beg for forgiveness, not that we will forgive them, but let them come out to come and fool themselves. You see, when PM came on stage a couple of days ago, there is this voice that says, oh, he has 160 million. Yeah, so because of that, we should go and remove seat at home. But what did Mazi do? Prime Minister did. Prime Minister allowed him to make fool of himself, isn't it? He allowed him to make fool of himself. Mazi Akparawa allow him to make fool of himself. At the end of the day, he went out with shame. That is what I want them to do, even though we are not going to forgive them. But let them come and say they are sorry. You understand? Even British now, they know that they did wrong. The common British man in the street knows that British, they are armed robbers. They know that Britain, they are rogues. They are not self-sufficient. They are stealing from other people to make ends meet. They are not great. They order things. They order people's things to come and make their own people to be happy. They don't have nothing like Russia. Russia have everything. That's why Russia is still standing. Even though they gave them whatever sanction they give to Russia, they are still standing. The day that we give Britain sanction, that one day Britain will collapse because they have nothing. They be stealing from whoever, and the common man knows that. The common British man knows that. Are they not? They will not beg for. We are just saying that let come and beg for forgiveness. Does not mean we look at the way they disgrace our old. Hello.
I dey hear you. Go
Hello.
on.
Can you
I
hear
dey
me,
hear
sir?
you. Yes, I
Can
dey
you
hear
hear
you.
me? Nod your head if you can hear
Yes,
me. Nod your
yes,
head. Okay. So
yes, I dey hear you.
our old men, they went to the northern part and go and put their bomb on the floor. Old men, grandfathers and great grandfathers, they went there to sat on the floor for one young man, for one small terrorist, for one small Futajola man. They went to sit down there for what? To beg for for presidency, or for them to belong. Belong where? Nigeria? That you are the one who feeding the Nigeria. It's a shame that we are not learning. It's a shame that the common British man knows now, my brother. I'm going to send you something that you will play. A British man confessing. That is what he's doing. So it's right time for them to come and open their bomb on what they've done, so that they will know, so that the whole world will know that indeed they really did this to us. And it's our time for them to apologize and give us a Memorial Day, or give us our Biafra. Let we go in peace and not in pieces. Thank you, Mazi.
Thank you so much. You see, anybody that missed this video, the only thing with me I go tell you now, make you go back, because the video, and who want history, who want to know the truth, because this guy or this man in this platform, or below, I shared the link here before. I think I shared the link here before. If you follow him, you will understand a lot of things that happened. It's in him, following him, watching his videos, I come to realize that the Northerners threatened to leave Nigeria, and even went as much as hijacking every aeroplane to take back every Northerner in Lagos back to Kano, and they give the remaining ones 48 hours to return to Kano, because they don't want to associate themselves with Nigeria again. And all these things they did it because they want to enter inside the power, because they were irrelevant, because they have nothing to offer. They have nothing to bring to the table. Aguiyi and Ojukwu went into agreement to stop Zoguku, to re-establish a new nation. Aguiyi overlooked Ojukwu, went on to bring back the same people that told you yesterday, we want to go, we are not interested in Nigeria. We want to go and have our groundnut and our potato. Aguiyi begged them to come back. Come! And they murdered Aguiyi, and they fought Ojukwu, and they murdered our people. And Aguiyi knew that the pogrom has been going on as at 1935. he still went on to bring them, thinking he would
Maz,
pacify these people, and these people use them do peace where no gree come. No
Mazi,
amount of
Maz,
sacrifice
oh,
or price anybody is going to pay that will keep Nigeria. Yes, I dey hear you.
Mazi, I send you something now, please. You see, I talk about forgiveness now. Play that tape that I just sent you now. And here, I don't know if you've gotten it before. I send it to your two phone.
Let me come now.
And listen carefully what this white man is talking about.
When this collapse comes, and it's going to come, we in the UK are going to need to have some serious reflection on mistakes that have been made, and especially our foreign policy in history. And we're going to have to rely on these nations that we've been stealing from for years to deal with us, because we need them. We're not like Russia. We're not self-sufficient. Russia has its own oil, its own food, it doesn't have to import anything. It can survive without the world. We, a tiny little island, do not have that luxury. We need to import. That's why we've stolen so much shit in the history. So what happens, do you think, in the next decade as African countries are rising and getting more powerful, and the Western countries that had them under their heel for so long, like the UK where I live, are on the way down and their economies are collapsing? What help do you think we're going to get from those countries that are becoming more powerful? How do you think that the Africans are going to look towards the English with regards to trade deals and buying their uranium off them if we need to? They're not going to look too kindly, are they? Especially if there's absolutely no apologies whatsoever. And as far as I can tell, this country doesn't apologise for jack shit. The reason it doesn't apologise is because if it apologised for the stuff that it's done, it'd have to start giving back all of the stuff that it's stolen. I've spent hours inside the British Museum. That place is it's a treasure trove. It's incredible. And it's nearly all nicked. And we're going to have to, in the UK, in the West, really start looking at our place in the world and really start looking as to whether we really do value the things that we say we do. I saw somebody earlier saying, this is what the West do. They just play pretend. It's no wonder the West now accept a man being a woman if he just identifies as one, because we in the UK have been identifying as a nation that is on the side of law and order, a nation that values free speech as it's censoring everybody, a nation that values freedom of the press and is a shining light and a beacon for freedom of the press throughout the world, whilst it's literally torturing the best journalists the world has ever seen in its capital. We say we are these things. Our government says them all the time. The diplomats are like that. But it's just all hot air. Nothing we do as a country backs up what these people are saying the country is. Nothing. I love my country, and that's what I want my country to turn into, to be. I think it's the most patriotic thing a person can do. But when I talk about these things, people call me a Putin puppet. They've been propagandized to such a degree. They don't know their allies when they meet them. And we've got some serious apologising to do in this country. To all of these nations that we have stolen from, to all of these nations whose leaders we've helped assassinate and overthrow, all of these coups that we've done around the world in countries just because we didn't like what they did. So we killed them and we overthrew them and we put in a dictator who created the secret service and was just brutal to the people in that country. We didn't care. As long as we carried on getting the oil. We're meant to be a country that cares about these things. It cares about truth and honesty and justice. This country prides itself on the UK justice system. Well, there's no greater injustice in this world right now than the imprisonment of Julian Assange, and we're the ones doing it in the UK. And to all those people in Africa, rise up. I'm in the West and I'm fighting for you. And I tell you, we really are the people in the country, the people in the UK, the people in this chat in the UK who know the truth. We're on your side.
Well, everything he said is here. Everything he said here, powerful truth. And then the last time, what is his name? I think a French prime minister was doing some kind of restitution. Our prime minister made something clear. We are not interested in you coming to do any form of restitution. Just leave us alone. Leave us alone. Only that Britain should leave us alone. Let them not come and do this. Make they no come pay us anything as compensation. We don't want their compensation. Only if they know the way they tie the knot, make they lose them. The marriage no hold. Make they shop the one where they shop go. Nobody is interested. And it is clear, Mazen and the Kalo made it clear. Our Prime Minister made it clear. If Biafra comes today, nobody will depend on this oil where you see, where they, because of the oil, they mort people anyhow. Nobody will depend on the oil. When you can see a boy of 5 years that don't even know how to write his name, if you ask him what's your name, he don't understand it. He can innovate something. Maybe how to fly an aeroplane. Maybe he will build an aeroplane and fly it. It will fly. I saw the boy in Olu the other day that flew an aeroplane with the battery and the remote. He made from scrap, he picked from dustbin, and the aeroplane flew for almost 16 minutes in the air before he brought it down again. But that boy, if you go now, the boy know the short food. The boy will be forgotten unless Biafra come. There are millions of them. Last few years, we saw one that constructed a car, build it out of scrap, a welder, build a car, paint, drive the car from Benin to, I think, Enugu or where. A car. Somebody will not be engineer built. Go carry engine where they don't throw away, body scrap where they construct and jam them together, put all of them together. The engine parts where they don't throw away for scrap, and he pick, put them together. The motor work. He drive them. He build G-Wagon. He drive them. Nobody is talking about him. So when Biafra come, when you see somebody that can build a phone, build car that uses water, build generator that is noiseless, and use your gas, natural gas, that costs less, why would you think people would die for oil? When you know that oil could be given to people that are in need. You think Russia is dependent on the oil? You think US, are they dependent on the oil they have? You think say US no get oil, even if you know plenty, but they are not dependent on that oil. but Nigeria owns oil. They will go and borrow trillions of dollars, hoping to pay with oil. Somebody will borrow money that is 50 generation will not finish, banking on the oil. You borrow money, oil they flow for pipe. We are not interested in what you have stolen. Keep whatever you have stolen, but let us go. What is this? I don't know if you want to say anything before we go and
Yeah,
beg.
you see, like the guy said, he said the common people they know about it, that they have oppressed the Africans for a long time. It's just that justice system, like our stupid zoo judiciary system, that is bad, just like our own. And this is the people that is telling them what to do. So that's why they will never, ever talk good about our leader to come out, because their justice system and our own is the same thing. They are teaching them what to do. But the common street man knows the truth. He said, stand up for your rights. That is what this British man is telling us. We will collapse. That they don't apologize, they don't beg. Mazi, we are going. They know that we are going. And look at what he said. He said, we are not Russia that have everything. Britain is a little island. They are just powerful because of the people that is supporting them, like Britain, Germany, Paris, France. That is why they are powerful. If not, they are not powerful. They are not. This gentleman said he was shocked when he entered the museum and see things that they stolen. And they are still stealing from us till now. That is what I said, they are suffering, Mazi. Forget whether they get light or not get light. Forget whether they get good road. All these are past glory that they get now. Things are tough with them. They keep on bringing people from Africa, come and do this. They go bring hospitality. They go bring nursing people. They go bring doctor. They go bring care people to come to their country now. Meanwhile, look at it saying they are admitting to gay. When they know, they say they are a Christian country and they are admitting to gay, man and man, woman and woman. They are gone. They don't know what they are doing.
It's freedom. They say it's freedom.
Freedom, the freedom that is eating you up. You say you have freedom of speech, you have a law and order, but you are stealing. You are saying it, but you are not doing it according to what you are saying. According to this British man, they are gone, Mazi. They are gone, and he knows. He said they are rising. He said the force of of Africa rising, them are collapsing. I ain't talk. I said that they go down. And are down they go. They can like our PM, they can never rise again. They can never rise again. They are gone. It looks like joke. You will think they are not falling, my dear brother. They are going down. It starts slow and steady. They are going down because every African knows what is going on now. It's like those 5 Africa countries that are on their own right now. They know about it. And they know that Biafra, among those 5 African countries that have got, Biafra is the greatest among them all. Once Biafra carry their bag, all their load and leave, I bet Britain, that's why they are fighting tooth and nail. That's why they are fighting because they know so once Biafra go, the hunger will go. Nobody go there for Europe again, not only UK. Europe will be finished. They will not see people to come and do their dirty job. They will not see people to come and be shouting and deporting and saying all sorts of things. It go end, my brother. It has ended anyway. So let them be preaching. They have history in their schools. They talk about it. And meanwhile, Nigeria won. We never talk about our history. Nigeria will never talk about our history. They won't because they are scared. Thank you, Mazia. Beg. These people, they're the
They
idiots.
will, Biafrans, I beg you, if you are, we have been here now for 3 hours and we don't try sitting down here, no peace, no nothing, no standing up. Make I stretch my legs more and see if I go fit come back again later today. If I no fit tomorrow na fundraising, and I encourage everybody to try and support. If you listen to this video, from beginning, I think You will be the one carrying microphone telling anybody that is not being supported to begin supporting. So anywhere you are, financially you are needed. Financially you are needed. So I will say thank you so much for watching. If you've not liked this video, try and like the video. And then as you go back, I will advise you, if you've not watched this video from beginning, go back, watch the video. You will love every minute of the video because there are documentaries we shared. So go back, watch the video. So I will advise you, watch the video, and if you can, just watch the video. That's all I can tell you. So I will say thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.
Referendum, yes. Referendum, now. Referendum today is the only solution. Referendum, yeah. Referendum today is the only solution. We shall never forget. Never. I will never forget. I will never forget what we tended to get from. Referendum, only referendum. Referendum today is the only solution. I say I will never forget. We shall never forget. We shall never forget what Nigeria did to get from. Referendum, only referendum. Yeah. Referendum today is the only solution. 1967 to 70. They came together and keep their fancy millions. Referendum, only referendum. Referendum today is the only solution. I said 1967 to 1970. They support Nigeria to keep their fancy millions. Referendum, only referendum. Referendum today is the only solution. Today. Referendum, now. Referendum today is the only solution. I say we shall never forget. We shall never forget. We shall never forget. Our generation will never forget. Referendum, only referendum.